Yes, I am talking about His Infernal Majesty. Alright. Hello everyone, it's me, Bryson P, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about visiting Finland. I'm an American, and throughout this journey, I'm now made it here, and we're going to find out what I should know before I visit, because I do plan to visit one day. I don't know when, but I promise you I will, because I just would love to. So, yeah, I do know who him is. I'm very familiar with that band. Yeah, if you're not familiar with who that band is, then, you know, we might have something actually that I'm familiar with that you're not, which I doubt that is, because he's, from what I understand and from what I know and everything else, you know, quite popular over there, or at least was. He's not so active anymore as far as making music. But we're not going to get too far into that, because that's not what this video is about. However, I will say, to give some creditation or whatever, my top favorite songs by him would be Join Me in Death, The Wings of a Butterfly, Vampire Heart, Right Here in My Arms, and Killing Loneliness. I'm even familiar with the whole him and her debate, back and forth deal, and what was going on with that between the record label, I believe, if I said that correctly. But I am familiar with the whole him-her thing. So, anyways, that's just a little history about me. Even that's actually also a big reason why I like the color purple. In 2006, 2007, whenever I broke my leg, and I've talked about that in other videos, I was very big into this type of music. So, yeah, that's why I had a purple cast, and my cast was from the tip of my toes to my groin, so my entire right leg was purple for a few months. So anyways, that's just a little tidbit about me. Just thought that'd be neat, and you guys would like to know that I actually am familiar with something from there. And yeah, alright, let's get into this. Here we go. Wolters World, what do we need to know before I visit Finland? And then you guys, what do I need to know that Wolters World either got wrong, and that's nothing against him, just maybe something that maybe isn't correct anymore, because this video is a couple years old also. I know times change, so here we go.
Hey there, fellow travelers. Mark here with Wolters World. Today we're back in Helsinki, Finland. I actually used to live in Finland many years ago, and I had a great time here.
I'm also familiar with that they come from Helsinki, Finland also, and that they formed in 1991, which is whenever I was born.
But what I want to talk about today are what tourists should know before they come to Finland, so they can have a really great time, okay? Because most of us, if you know anything about Finland, you know about Nokia and sauna, or sauna as people like to say. Look, there's a lot more to Finland than just that. There's beautiful lakes you can check out, cool modern architecture throughout the country, all kinds of cool stuff.
I don't know what he was talking about.
And yes, it is safe. My kids are running around, and I'm not too worried, except if they hurt each other, okay? So let's get started. The first thing you probably want to know is, how's the language going to be when I come here? Well, actually, technically in Finland, they have two official languages. You have Finnish, which most of the people speak, and then Swedish, which everyone should speak as well, but it's usually Finnish. But don't worry, you're going to be using English when you're here, because as people speak English very well, like better than you or me, it is really good.
Yeah.
However,
and I've noticed that, I've kind of known that, I've assumed that as well. But just from growing up, I have noticed those types of things. That's not really something that I wouldn't have expected. Then again, I don't understand how to speak a different language, so I would have just visited there and still spoke English anyways.
if you do speak a little Finnish or just try to learn a few words, it makes a big difference. So make sure you know, like kiitos, which is thank you, and minä haluan is I want, and olut, which is beer, always important to know. Anteeksi is I'm sorry.
I like that.
Little things like that really get the Finns to open up. Because one of the things you'll see is if you look at the people here, they are pretty reserved. It does get pretty quiet. It's not really rambunctious, unless there's a little olut, a little beer going around, or saamiaki koskun korva if you're younger, kind of things. So there is that, okay? Now, other things you might want to know as a tourist is, what about the money? Well, they use the euro here in Finland, so you know it's got the, the 200, the 100, the 50, 10, 20, and 5 euro bills, and then the coins, the 2 and 1 euro coins, and then there's the 50-cent piece, 20 and 10, and 5 euro cent pieces. They do not use the 1 or 2 here, so you might see a bill that's 98 cents or something like that. They won't give you the change back for that, so don't bother with the 2 or 1s when you are here. You can pay with credit card pretty much everywhere. I mean, even when you're going to the market, sometimes they'll take credit cards at the little market stalls, so do have a PIN number for your debit cards and your credit cards and stuff.
So I've noticed a trend here pretty much with a lot of these places that they majority take debit or credit, and also through comments, a lot of your comments will say, who uses cash anymore, that you don't use, cash at all, especially like the coins and the coins with holes, even though they are still around. But ultimately, it would just be safe to assume, instead of trying to figure out and understanding the currency exchange rates and everything else, traveling from different place to place to place, it would just be easier just to use credit and be able to do it that way. It would just be a lot easier. But it's what I've gotten out of this.
Just in case. Also, a lot of times you can pay with your phone, so that is kind of a nice thing too. So it is very high tech here. So if you're wondering about your Wi-Fi and all that kind of stuff, Wi-Fi is great here. The 4G, 3G, all these networks you have here, these kind of things work really well on your phones. So that is really cool. So you're not going to have a problem keeping connected when you are here. Now, some people want to say, Mark, what's it like in terms of safety in Finland? Look, as I said, Finland is very safe. I think the worst thing that my kids are going to have are some skinned knees from slipping on the cobblestones and bug bites. Honestly, if you're coming here in the summer, July, August, man, and the bugs can be bad, especially if you're going to be going, to the lake districts, you're going to be going by Tampere and things like that. It can be bad. So make sure you have some good bug spray, because, man, they will eat you alive when you are here. So heads up for that. Another thing I'd watch out for is if you're going to come here in the wintertime, yes, it is Finland and it does get cold, but also you want to be careful of the slick pavement, because there can be ice, and nobody laughs when people fall on ice here, because if you laugh at someone that falls on ice, you will probably fall on ice too, so just heads up. And if you're looking at what time of the year to come, we're here in June, and look at this. This is gorgeous here. June, July, August are fantastic. September starts to cool off already, October. The thing is here you're gonna have sunlight in the summer all day, all night, okay? Even here in Helsinki, you go to the north, yes, you do have 24 hours of sunlight.
I guess that's where I don't know my geography very well. And at least I said geography and not geometry, right? But yeah, because I did not realize it was that far north. Maybe I should look at a map more often.
So that is kind of cool, but the opposite happens in the winter. I remember when I went to school here, it was 10 o'clock in the morning and it was still pitch black dark. So just know you're gonna have that. But what's
okay, some great places to visit. I can't say that. I'm not even gonna try. Yeah.
Cool. If you're in the wintertime, you can see the Finnish fireworks, the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis. It does come out, especially when you go up to the north, so that is pretty cool. Now, the next thing you might ask is, how am I going to get around Finland? Well, what's cool is the trains and buses go all over the country, and you can go a lot of places here very easily that way. So you're not going to have a problem if you want to grab the train to Turku, the old capital. That's where I used to live, and go see the castle there and the cathedral there. If you want to go up to Tampere or Oulu or wherever.
And that's where you guys have a good public transportation system, where we are, of course, so spread out and so wide, that we have cars, and it takes hours and hours. Like, for me to go see my dad, he is it's like right at 6 hours, give or take. And that's going, 70, 75 miles an hour. Which I don't know how that translates over to kph. I believe I said that correct, right? Kilometers per hour. kmh. Yeah, kmh. Sorry, I believe. Anyways, I know it's kilometers per hour, so kmph, whatever it is. So, yeah, it's like 350 miles. And again, you guys can translate that over a whole lot easier and quicker than I can. So, that's a 6-hour drive for me, and I will get off work at 4:30 p.m. on a Friday, and then get to his house at, 10:30 p.m., and then stay there Friday night, all day Saturday, and then leave at noon, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday to drive all the way back here so that I can be back at work Monday morning. That's my weekend sometimes, or that is my idea of a weekend getaway, to go see my dad for the weekend. That's how long I get, So like whenever my kids and I would go to visit, that's how we do it. You're there for 36 hours basically, give or take. To sleep, you drive 6 hours to sleep, and then drive 6 hours back. I'm sorry to ramble. But yeah, you guys have a much better public transportation system. But again, that's because I live where I live, where if I lived somewhere like LA or New York or something like that, there would be a lot better public transportation too. But you can't travel from one side of the country to the other. That's the whole point to this.
Wherever, it's easy to get around. Also, if you want to go to Åland, the islands out between Sweden and Finland, there's ferries that go out there. There's all kinds of cool stuff. So it's really easy to get around. Also, in the cities, the public transport go to all parts of the city, so you can do that. And you can get day tickets if you want to make it easier, so you can hop on and hop off. No big deal. Now, another thing you need to think about is, what are you going to do when you actually do come here to Finland? And yes, this is more of a nature paradise kind of thing, going and staying in a summer house on a lake, maybe in the center of the country, or maybe you're going to go on and stay on an island with your friends and go to the sauna and things like that. It is really cool. And then, of course, if you're coming to Finland, you have the sauna. It's not sauna, it's sauna. It's got the hot rocks. You have a little bucket with water, and you'll dump the water on there to make it hotter. It is a quintessential part of coming to Finland, and if it's the winter time, and you don't be surprised if you go running and jumping and rolling in the snow afterwards, or if you're in the lake houses, going to jump in the lake afterwards. And yes, it's usually all natural, but when you do it all natural in the buck, it's usually just guys or just girls, so you have that. So anyway, just let you need to know a little bit about that.
I have no problem with that, actually, surprisingly. Yeah. I love, actually, and I'm going to say it my way. I'm going to say it the American way here. I'll make sure to say it differently there, or I'll say it just however it comes out. But anyways, I love sitting in a sauna, whatever, however you pronounce it. So I love it. I love those. I love them. Especially like I'd go to the gym, work out and exercise, and then after that, go sit in one of those. I love it. Steam rooms, all those things. I could sit in there, take naps, 30, 40 minutes. It's no big deal. I love it. I love sitting in one of those, especially in the wintertime. Oh, love it. And then you go outside and you just feel so just loose and just, yeah. I'm down with that. I'm liking Finland. I like him. I'm cool with the saunas. I like the white building in the back. I don't know what it is yet because he hasn't told me, but I'm sure you guys in the comments will. I'm down with it.
Another thing you probably want to know is, hey Mark, what should we do when we actually come to Finland? Okay, you're talking about these nice things, but get to the brass tacks, get to the main stuff. Well, obviously, the best place to come, I'll be honest, is coming here to Helsinki, because there's tons and tons of great museums here. The Contemporary Museum of Art, the Kaisma.
I love museums. I've told you all that.
I've loved it since then. You got to check that out. There's tons of cool art museums, history museum, natural history museums to check out.
Awesome.
The churches here you can see when you
awesome.
come. It is really cool. And also the architecture around town, going down the Kauppatory, the main square thing, and sitting outside in the summer. There's lots of live music, especially this summer. There's so many concerts going on all throughout the country and festivals that's really cool. Another place you can go up to if you want to go to the Lake District by Tampere and around there, you can see that. That's a good place to kind of rent a house and just kind of chillax and relax when you're there. Another place you want to go is, this is my favorite town, is going to Turku. Turku is the old capital of Finland, or sometimes you'll see it Åbo, A with the O on the top, BO, that's the Swedish version of it, because it was the capital when Sweden was in control here, and Helsinki is the Finnish capital. So you
I did not know
maybe
that.
get a little more Swedish when you are there. And that's one of the things is when you're...
So it was actually Swedish before, and then now it's Finnish? Did not know that.
You're traveling around the country, make sure you realize that since Finnish and Swedish are both official languages, the signs will be in both languages. So sometimes you'll see Turku and Åbo, and you're like, wait, which place am I going to? It's the same place. You know, Helsinki, Helsingfors, and some are totally different. You're like, what's going on here? So just a heads up with that one. Oh, in Turku, what you want to do is go to the castle there and take a tour of that, or just go through on your own, or go to the cathedral. That's kind of the two of the things to see there. And you do have those things. Or you can take the boats out and go through the archipelago and go check those things out. So there's all kinds of cool places you can do, but it really is more of a kind of a relaxing nature vacation. And also, if you're looking at how you're going to get to Finland, yes, Finnair has their connections and stuff like that, but you might be doing ferries over from Tallinn or Stockholm. They come into Helsinki, but there's also ferries that some of them from Stockholm will go into Turku. You can do that as well. Other little simple things you might want to know. The plugs here, typical European plugs, the two circle things that go in, you have that. And then let's finish off with the food. Look, the food in Finland, not the most exciting food out there, but there are some tasty things. Honestly, anything with a mushroom sauce, just get it. Take my word for it.
I can't remember, and I'm not going to just randomly go look it up, but do y'all remember the professional paintball team from Stockholm? I cannot remember it. But there was a professional paintball team from Stockholm, and they even had sponsorship through crap. Well, they had their own I'd have to go back and look at it, but I know what I'm talking about here. I know what I'm talking about because I played also in Division 5 tournaments for the NPPPL. And also for CFOA X-Ball. So if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, here we go.
They're awesome at mushrooms here, and they love mushroom hunting. It's one of those things they love to do. So eat anything with mushrooms, you'll be fine. The soup, the mushroom sauces on meat and things like that, you'll be great. Reindeer, yes, you will have reindeer here. It's also the home of Santa Claus, so in Rovaniemi, you can go check them out up there. And the reindeer we eat here, so be careful with Rudolph, all right? Other things, the fish here, like salmon, you can have is really good. There is all kinds of nice things you can check out. And they do have
like
their own
salmon.
local chains. There's the fast food things if you want that to save money. And there's local
I like
ones
dark breads
that I suggest, like Hesburger. It's like their version of McDonald's, but it's so much better. I love it. My punani mayonnaise, the red mayonnaise, so tasty and delicious.
It does look good. I would be more than happy to try that out. Why not? Why not?
Places to cut down on your costs, because that is one thing I did not mention, is how expensive it is here. Hotels and restaurants are quite pricey. We just had 4 crepes down at the Kauppator at the square here, and it was 40 euros for 4 crepes and a couple sodas. So it's not a cheap vacation to come here. We're talking, a 30% price premium is going to the most places in the US, I feel. So it's not going to be a vacation for your wallet when you come here, but it is a vacation for your lungs, because you have this clean air. You've got nice people. They are quiet, but they are nice, and they will gladly talk to you in perfect English. So that's really cool. And also, I guess with the people and the food, you probably want to know about tipping. You don't tip here, so you're okay with that. So there you go.
Cool.
Anyway,
so we're all still kind of on the same page.
What you should know before you come to Finland. It is well worth it. Even if you can only come for a day or two because you're on a cruise, it is still worth checking out. So it does make for a great place to come, whether you want for the fresh air and nature value.
No, if I come, I'm not coming for a day or two. I'm coming for a week or two, if that. I'm coming for at least a week, at least 2 weeks. I say 2 weeks. I'd love to go like a week here, and then a week here, and then a week here, and then a week here. That's a month. I'm gonna get to the point in my life where I could do that. Watch, I'm gonna do it.
Or the cool architecture, whatever it is, well, we're checking out. Anyway, if you like travel videos like this, you want to learn more about Finland.
Cool. So that was Wolters World, and again, if you like this video, go give him a like on this one also. It's only right, it's only fair that he gets credit for it too, because he's the one that put in the effort into it. I'm just reacting to it, and I'm some dude in Kentucky in the United States. But I really enjoy it. I appreciate Wolter. I feel like he's given at least good information, or at least better information than what I had before. And then I greatly appreciate you guys too, because you're going to give me even more information and more accurate information from different parts of Finland, and also from different parts of surrounding areas to Finland. So yeah, it's just awesome stuff. I'm can't wait to visit. And I know I say that in every video, but yeah. And I feel like as you guys get to know me more and you guys have started to see that I'm, I guess, getting more comfortable talking about different things in my life also, and bringing up certain aspects that, you know, maybe I fit in more over here. I don't know. You know, I do love where I live. I do enjoy being in, you know, because this is all I know. I don't know. But I do, for whatever reason, have an attachment to this culture, even though I've never in my life been here. So, anyways, that's it for today, and that's it for now. And it's me, Bryson P. I hope you have a good day or a good night, whatever time it is that you see this. I will see you on another video, and goodbye.